additional £160, which I can then use towards savings or anything else that I'm working towards. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel, a channel which talks about everyday finances for everyday people. If you're new around here, my name is Cheryl and I share my financial journey online. At the minute I'm currently clearing the last of my credit cards and my loans, and eventually I'll be saving for my house, so it's becoming a really exciting time in my journey. If this sounds good to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. So today I thought I would share with you my April budget. Now it's still in draft stage at the minute, but I have much more of a clearer view of what my April budget is looking like. As you know, we're in a time of uncertainty. Things have changed so much in the space of 2 weeks, and we don't really know how secure we are. We don't know what our futures are going to be like. It's kind of worrying. But right now, being in lockdown mode, it means that there's a whole heap of changes to my regular budget. So I thought today I would share with you not only my April budget, but also how I'm going to maximise this opportunity to save as much money as I can. So if this sounds good, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I like to split my budget into 3 key sections: bills, saving and spending. And I like to do it in that particular order because no matter what happens, I always want to make sure there's a roof over my family's head. So bills are always paid first. The second thing is saving, because I realised that for many years I was telling myself I didn't have money to save when really I actually did. So I always prioritise saving first before I spend a single penny of my wage. Then the next thing I do is spend. So that's just some regular treats, whether it's getting the odd coffee or buying an item of clothing I love. It's those types of treats which helps me enjoy my financial journey as well as working towards my goals as well. When I started drafting this budget, I realised I had so many different questions, like, will I pay childcare fees? Will I be using less petrol? Will we be spending more on food? What will our budgets look like? And I pretty much have the answer to those questions. So here we have it, April's budget. I do have my fixed bills tracker on another page. The first change is my council tax. For April, it's a new tax year, and that basically means that I'm going to be paying £4 extra a month for my taxes. So back in the day I would have thought, oh, it's only £4, but actually that means I've got to find that £4 somewhere else in my budget because my wage has not gone up. Will I cancel a bill? Will I have a little less spending money? Like, I've got to make those decisions. Another change that's happened as well is I don't normally put my petrol on here, but because I've been putting the same amount each month, I figured let me just add it to my fixed bills tracker. So my petrol, at the time of this video, we're expecting to be on lockdown for another possible 3 weeks. It could be longer. So as a result, I don't think I'm going to be using much petrol. It's absolute essential trips that I'm going out for, and they're very local trips. And also on top of that, I still have half a tank of petrol left despite it being the end of the month. So I'm anticipating that I'm probably going to be saving at least £50 in petrol. So the next section of my budget is saving, and this is where I save for my sinking funds and my long-term goals, which is just my general savings. So in these categories I've got things such as house deposit, car repairs and Christmas. Now for me, I don't have the money to save. Money feels very tight at the minute because I'm throwing every spare penny I've got towards debt. So I decided to save £5 for each of my savings and each of my sinking funds. This was a small enough amount to not miss, but it was a big enough amount to be motivated, and that's what my aim was. And the reason why I chose £5 was because I chose an expense which I always seem to have money for, and that was getting a coffee. Although it sounds so small, last year I was able to cash fund 2 new tyres, or part 1 tyres should I say, and I didn't have to find any extra money. I just used my car repairs pot. However, the spending is where everything changes. Now when I head to my spending category, this is where the changes happen. So treats, I normally budget about £70 for that, and I think that's going to be pretty much zero. I can't see how I'll be spending money. Maybe I could do online shopping, but I'm not even entertaining the idea. Now on average, I probably spend about £120 a month on childcare. I think my bill for next month was estimated to be about £100. Now that has been cancelled, and as a result that means I will save an additional £100. The final thing in my budget, which is just left alone on this section, the final thing in my budget is food. And my son's at home now and I really need to ensure that he has a varied diet. Now I'm having to make sure that he has breakfast, lunch, daytime snacks. I have to plan that we're actually going to spend a bit more on food. So taking everything into account, my bills will actually be £240 less than an average month. However, because I plan on spending £80 more on my grocery shop, this will mean that I will actually have an additional £160, which I can then use towards savings or anything else that I'm working towards. So for me right now, I'll be saving for the baby and making sure that I've got everything that the baby needs. It's such a weird time to create a budget, but this is just sort of like a draft for now. And if the month is as we sort of expect, that we'll be on lockdown for another 3 weeks or so, then there's a chance that I could make some more savings. I'm trying to stay positive and I'm trying to just make the best out of a bad situation, and definitely saving money is one of them. I hope this video was useful for you. Have you noticed any changes to your budget since the lockdown? Will you be planning on saving any extra money? I would love to know. But thank you once again for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.